How are
Good
you?
morning.
My name is Farah. I'm from Medline. I'm with the clinical services team. As Ann said, I'm here today to go over some wound care products with you, go over the wear times, best indications of use, skin care, and then also we're really excited we have a new skin health app that I'm going to show to you all that I think you guys will really like and it'll be really helpful. All right, so I am going to start off with, before I actually get into the products, I do want to show you all some of the resources that are available to you. We actually had these sent over. This is a wound care reference guide. We had these sent over, but they didn't get here in time, unfortunately, for everyone. But each and every one of you will get one of these, okay? It has a lot of great resources in here. You can keep it in your pocket. People just love this. So I'm just going to touch on some of the highlights that are in here for you. When you get this guide, if you go to page 6, okay, it's like the first couple pages, one of the things that we like to let everyone know is about the educational packaging. So every single package has educational packaging. So it has instructions, step by step, how to apply the dressings, the wear time, and everything is on the back, okay? It's also on any of the bottles, okay? So every single thing has educational packaging. All right, we also have a Medline University, if you all are interested. It's medlineuniversity.com. There is over 500 courses on there. Courses on wound care, incontinence, lots of great courses. You just have to sign in, get a user ID. And you can earn CEU credits, which is nice, and it's completely free for everyone here, okay? Another really great resource that I really love is our Educare hotline, okay, and that's written here. There's a phone number. We have WOCN nurses that are available Monday through Friday, so if you all have any questions about any of the products, if you have a special case and you're unsure of which products to use, you can give them a call. They've been doing it for over 25 years. They're awesome. They're application videos, okay? So you can type in medline.com/AWC videos, and you can type in any product that you want, and it will give you a nice 2-minute video about that product, okay? So it'll show you the indications of use, the wear time, everything within 2 minutes. We know you guys don't have a lot of time to watch like a long video, right? So this is a nice, easy, quick way of getting information on the product. I use it all the time. It's awesome, okay? Another thing in this wound reference guide that you'll see a common theme, it's called DIMES. And I know it's hard for you guys to see this tiny book from where I'm holding it. But when you get your books, you'll be able to see it. So you'll see an acronym called DIMES, okay? And DIMES is basically a way of categorizing all the products based on the goal that you want to achieve, okay? So it's evidence-based, and the way I'm going to go through the products is going to be by DIMES. This entire book also is laid out by DIMES, okay? So DIMES, the acronym, D is for debridement, okay? So if you have any wounds with slough, necrotic tissue that you need to debride, if you look under D, D will tell you exactly which products to use, all right? And then I is for infection. So any wounds with infection, inflammation. If you look under I, it'll tell you exactly what products to use. M is moisture balance. So this is if you want to donate moisture or if you want to absorb moisture. M will tell you what exactly products to use. E is for edge or environment. So this is where you have wounds that are stalled. So chronic wounds where the edges are rolled over and you can't get the wound to close. Okay, you would look under E, and E will tell you exactly what products to use. And then the last one is S. S is for supportive products. Okay, so this will be all of your secondary dressings that you typically use. All right, so this is how this is laid out, and this is how I'm going to go over the products. All right. Also, when you guys get this, just take some time and look at it. There's a lot of other great resources in here. There's some decision trees. In the back, there is a full catalog laid out by DIMES.
The books are on the way.
They're on the way? Awesome. Good. So the books are on the way. So hopefully it will get here, and then if you guys have any questions about it, you can ask while I'm here. But I think you guys are really, really going to love these books, okay? All right, so I'm going to start off with the wound care products, and I'm going to go through it by dimes, okay? All right, so we're going to start off with D for debridement, okay? What products are you guys using now to debride wounds? Honey? Okay, anything else? Just honey? Santal, okay. So Santal's not our product, but we have on your formulary, we have Thera honey, okay? Thera honey is different than Meta honey. So what you have on your formulary is Thera honey. Thera honey is 100% medical Manuka honey, okay? So it doesn't have any fillers in it at all, which is nice. So it has a really high sugar content, okay? It comes in a gel, and it also comes in a sheet, okay? Which one do you guys prefer using? Do you like using the sheet, or do you like the gel better? The gel, okay. So I always get mixed answers. Some people like the sheet, and some people like the gel. The gel, you tend to get a lot more liquid and a lot more fluid. So I'll pass around the gel. With the sheet, the reason why I like the sheet is because it has fenestrations in it. So when you open it up, sorry, it's kind of hard to hold the mic and show you guys the products at the same time. So the sheet has these fenestrations in them, right? And because it has such a high sugar content, the way it works is when you place it in the wound bed, okay, what it does is it creates an osmotic imbalance, and then that fluid goes through these fenestrations and it draws all that fluid to the top of the wound bed, okay? So that's how the sheet works. If you guys ever, for people that haven't tried the sheet, you can try the sheet. That's how the sheet works. And the sheet also comes in a rope, so if you have tunneling wounds, you can use the rope version of this, which is nice for packing, okay? The wear time on honey is 3 days, okay? So we're saying that it's FDA approved to stay in the wound bed for up to 3 days, okay? The gel and also the sheet. And this is the rope for anyone that hasn't gotten a chance to see the rope. Any questions on honey? Okay. All right, so we are going to move into I for infection, right? So any wounds with signs of infection, inflammation, what products would you use? What you have on your formulary for infection is Maxorb AG. Do you all use this a lot? Yeah, okay. So Maxorb is a calcium alginate, but it has a silver component in it, okay? This is the rope. Again, great for tunneling wounds if you want to pack. And the nice thing about this is if you do use it to pack, it's not going to fall apart when you go to take it out, okay? It comes in a rope. It comes in many different sizes. It also comes in non-silver. So you have both options on your formulary, silver and non-silver. This is the non-silver version, the rope. And the 4x4. The wear time on Maxorb is 7 days, okay? So we're saying that it's FDA approved to stay in the wound bed for up to 7 days. Now with Maxorb, you do want to use a secondary dressing to cover, okay? So even though the wear time is 7 days, once you place this secondary dressing on, okay, if you have 75% strike through with this, then you want to change it immediately, right? So if you have 75% strike through on day 1, then you're going to change this immediately, even though the wear time is 7 days, all right? Are you all using any other products with silver? Like Silvasorb gel or anything else with silver? Just Maxorb AG? Any questions on Maxorb? How's Maxorb working? Pretty good? Okay. All right. The next one is Stratorsorb. This is pretty straightforward. This is just a composite island dressing that you can use for moderate drainage. Wear time on this is 7 days. This one is pretty straightforward. If you have more heavy drainage, I would use Maxorb. Okay, for lighter drainage, I would use this.
Do you have a question on the
Yes,
Maxorb?
sure.
So if you have a smaller wound and you're cutting pieces of it, I mean, do you have to throw it away after each, you know?
So if you cut a piece and you have some left over,
Right.
yeah, you can still use it.
So you can just put it back in the package?
Yeah. You can still use it. Yeah, so with the Maxorb, you can cut it, you can stack it, so you can do a lot with it. You all do have a lot of things on your formulary, like you have Exoderm, you have SureSight. Do you all use these products a lot? Exoderm and SureSight? Okay. So with these products, they're not bad products. You have them on your formulary, but you'll see that as technology is evolving, the market is really changing, right? The NP-UAP came out with a study saying that hydrocolloids, transparent films, that they're no longer clinical best practice because they create epidermal stripping. Okay, so these have like acrylic back dressings. What it does is it bonds to the oils in the skin, and when you go to pull it back, it strips the skin. Okay, so you'll see the market really moving to dressings that are silicone across the entire face of it. Silicone doesn't bond to the oils in the skin like those acrylic back dressings and transparent film. It literally just sits on top of the skin. So when you peel it back, it's not stripping the skin. It's very, very gentle, very atraumatic, and you can do a lot more. So for skin tears, okay, what would you use for skin tears now? Optifoam, good, good. So Optifoam Gentle would be great for a skin tear because it's silicone across the entire face. So you just want to approximate the edges, put it on, and what I've seen people do is they'll draw an arrow in the direction that the flap is going, so when you pull it back, you're not going against the flap. But you can pull this dressing back as many times as you need, and it's going to stick the same way every time because it's silicone and it's not bonding to the skin, it's just sitting right on top of it. Okay? The outer layer of this is waterproof, so it's going to keep any bacteria or any fluid out as well. Okay, so if you have any skin tears, I would recommend using this. I would recommend using the Optifoam Gentle line for all of your secondary dressings, okay, and skin tears. So you have a few options. I'll pass this around with the Optifoam Gentle. You now have Optifoam Gentle EX, so if you have any moderate to heavily draining wounds, you can use this. It has 5 layers inside, which is going to wick the fluid away, turn it into a gel, and it's going to lock it in the core. Okay, so this works really, really well. Yes?
So you would never have an occasion then with the silicone-based dressings to use skin prep? Wouldn't that be counterproductive or would that, I mean, because skin prep, I'm assuming wanted to do the skin to keep the stocks out, like.
Yeah, I've seen this used with skin prep, and it works pretty well, so I think you can. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't strip even though you put the skin prep down first. You don't have to.
Right.
Yeah,
But
you can if you want to. But because of it being silicone across the entire face, it's not going to strip, and when you pull it back and stick it, it's going to pretty much stay the same way every time, so you really don't need to use skin prep. Yeah. So I'll pass this around for you all. You also have the Optifoam Gentle EX in Sacral, which is nice. So it has all of the same properties of the Optifoam Gentle that I just described, but if you have any sacral wounds, you can use it for your sacral wounds. Okay. Are you all using the Optifoam Gentle a lot now for a lot of things? Do you use it more than the hydrocolloids and the transparent? Okay, it works a lot better, yeah. So you have options, but I would go with this one. It's just gonna work so much easier and help protect the skin. And then in the moisture balance category also, I have hydrogel. You guys have this on your formulary. This is great if you want to donate moisture, okay? It's a glycerin-based gel. And I like it because it doesn't leave a greasy, sticky residue. It can be easily rinsed from the wound bed. So hydrogel works really, really well for donating moisture to any wound bed that you need to. Do you all use this a lot? No? Okay, so you have this on your formulary as an option if you want to moisten or donate moisture to any wound, okay? The wear time on this is 3 days. So an easy way how I always remember is all of the gels, okay, are 3 days, and then everything else is 7 days. So that's an easy way to just remember the wear times. So 3 for the gels and 7 for everything else. Any questions so far on any of the products? So I see that you all have your wound care reference guide now. All right, so those resources that I was talking about is right on page 6. The educational packaging, Medline University, the Educare hotline, the phone number's there. And then on page 7, the next page, the very next page has the website for the online application video. Yes.
So I have a question. If you have a wound that you're applying the gel to, and then you're covering it with one of the silicone, so that every 3 days of that gel, you can just pull that silicone back, and
So with the Optifoam Gentle, that's what you're referring to, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can pull that back as many times as you need.
Okay.
You don't have to wait for any amount of time.
so you're
So
not
if you're
having to change the dressing and the gel. You can just add more gel and still use the same
Exactly,
dressing.
as long as you don't have 75% strike through.
Okay.
That dressing is, Optifoam Gentle is FDA approved to stay on for up to 7 days.
7 days.
So
Okay.
you can use it for protection, like over
Yes.
phase 1.
Absolutely. It works really well in that way. Okay. Any questions about the wound care reference guide? I think you guys are really gonna like this. There's lots, when you have time, just go through it. It has some really good information in here, information on staging, which I think is really helpful. I actually want to show you one thing in here on staging that I love. If you go to page 58, is everyone there? You will see something called apple pie, okay? And this is our pressure injury explanation. And one of the nurses at Medline actually came up with this, and she uses apples to show the different stages. So it just really makes it so much easier to understand staging. It's a quick go-to, quick reference that you can reference and just get an answer. I really, really like this. If you look at the unstageable, you'll see that it's supposed to be like a caramel-coated apple, right? So you can't see what's going on inside, so that'll be unstageable. So I really, really like this. So when you guys have time, just go through, I think you guys are really gonna love this reference guide.
I have a question.
Sure.
All the products that you're showing us, they're all formulary and available for us to order?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, sure. Okay, so now I'm gonna move into skincare, okay? You all are using our Remedy. I'm gonna move it over here just so I can access it a lot quicker. Our Remedy skincare line, you have a few different lines that we carry, kind of have like a mixture. The Remedy line, thank you. Also, before I go into the products, I wanted to show you your skincare guidelines. this is really, really helpful, and I'm gonna go through what all of the colors mean and how to apply it. But this is really helpful. It gives you different skin conditions and tells you when the best, what products to use for the different skin conditions. So this is really, really helpful, these guidelines. If you flip it on the back, the Soothing Cool, the zinc barrier, this is typically misused a lot. So where you have, people tend to put on a lot of this. So if you look on the back, you'll see what, we're giving you some just quick references on what it looks like when it's too thick, what it looks like, how to remove it, when you remove it, how the skin is supposed to look, and then what complete removal looks like. So I'll go more into detail, but you will have this as a reference, okay? All right, so this is our Remedy line, okay? Remedy is a really, really good skincare line. It has been #1 in the market for the last 10 years. You kind of have a mixture of a lot of different products here, different product lines. But I can tell you about this Phytoplex line here. The Phyto in Phytoplex means plant. This is a plant-based line. So this has a lot of botanical ingredients. It has green tea, clove, vanilla extract, blue-green algae, a lot of ingredients that's really gonna feed the skin nutrition, but it does it on the cellular level, okay? So this HydraGuard silicone cream is a very, very good product. So I'm gonna go through each one, and you'll see on your guidelines as I'm going through, each one you can follow along, okay? So anytime you see green, green is for clean, okay? So this is a Soothing Cool cleanser. This is good for bedside bathing, pericare, but you can use it on the entire body. You can even use it on the hair as well. So head to toe on the face, okay? It's no rinse, so when you spray it on, you don't have to rinse it, okay? So it's gonna work to cleanse the skin, but also moisturize and protect the skin all at the same time. So this product works very, very well. Do you all ever use this a lot? Okay. You can spray it directly on the skin, or you can spray it on a damp cloth and then wipe however you feel that works best. So that's the Total Body Cleanser. Next we have Purple. Purple is for proper moisturization, or we like to say pretty skin. This will give you pretty skin, right? So this is your everyday moisturizing body lotion. So this you want to use every day. When the patients or residents, when they get out of the shower and their pores are open, this is really going to help to lock in the moisture and keep the skin nice and supple, okay? So this one you can use on the entire body, head to toe, on the face. I use this on my face, so it works really, really well, okay? So Purple is for proper moisturization. Do you all use that a lot? I think that's more our inpatient unit. Okay, so no one here uses that. Do you all use the skincare line a lot?
I know.
The barrier creams. Okay. That's why you all are looking at me. What is you talking about? I don't use it. Okay, so you mainly use the HydraGuard, the HydraGuard and the zinc. Okay, all right. So blue, right? When you see blue, blue is barrier before breakdown. Okay, this works well for incontinence. So what it does is, because it's silicone, when you apply it on the skin, it helps block out any moisture from incontinence, okay? So it helps to protect the skin and moisturize it all at the same time. Now with this one, you don't need a lot, okay? A little bit goes a long way. You don't have to apply a lot of it. If you have diabetic patients that have really dry, cracked, flaky heels, if you guys ever experienced that, this is great. This can also be used as a heavy-duty moisturizer. So you can use it on the heels. I use it in the wintertime on my heels and my elbows, and it really makes a big, big difference. Okay? Is there any other ways that anyone else uses this? You just use it as a barrier for incontinence? Okay. So that's the HydraGuard. All right, the next one we have orange. Orange is for open skin, right? So this is for when you have macerated, weepy, denuded skin. Think of the blue, the barrier, before breakdown as prevention. That is going to help prevent breakdown. Now, once you do have breakdown and the skin is open, then we recommend the zinc barrier cream, okay? Now, with zinc products, you guys know that it can be very, very drying and hard to take off, right? So with this product, you don't want to apply a lot at all, okay? A very small amount. So a very, very, very small amount. We like to say apply it like you're applying butter to toast and not frosting to cake. Okay, so butter the toast, don't frost the cake with this one. Very, very thin, light layer, because the more you put on, the harder it is to take off. And if the skin is already compromised, you're going to have to wipe and continuously wipe to take it off, and that you're, injuring the skin even more. So a very small amount goes a very, very long way with this. Also,
So that would be good for somebody with a lot of rash.
for rash, we actually have an antifungal.
But if it's not fungal based.
That's a tough one. I'm not sure. I would, for this and the antifungal, do you all get orders from the physician of when this can be used? Typically, what we see is that you need orders for this, but I'm not sure how it works here with you all. You don't need an order? Yes, it's more of a treatment. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm not sure how this will work with a rash, because it's a barrier to protect. Yeah, okay. No, this will be more of the nystatin. This has miconazole nitrate in it. I'm going to go over this next. But this would be equivalent to what you would use if you were using nystatin. All of our cleansers are also formulated to break down the zinc in this. So if you ever need to take this off, a really good way is to just spray some of the cleansers and just wipe it off. Wipe it once, pat it dry, and leave it. If you have a tiny bit that stays on there, that's okay. Just wipe it once, get mostly all of it off, and pat it dry and leave it. You don't want to scrub and scrub and scrub and scrub to take it off. Okay?
What's your recommendation for frequency of the zinc? Twice a day?
I would say it's hard to say, not knowing what it is, what type of.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a tough one. All right, and then lastly, red is for rash. So this is an antifungal. This has miconazole nitrate in it. So with this one also, you don't want to place a whole lot on. It's really hard for me to talk with the mic because I typically put the products on my hand and show, so it's really hard. So I'm sorry if I keep moving away from the mic, but yeah, so you guys have this as a antifungal for rashes, okay? Do you all use this one a lot as well? No? You do? So you do have it on your formulary if you need it. You have both. All right, so quick review. We like to always play a little game. Green is for clean. I don't know where it is, but purple is for pretty skin, proper moisturization. Good. Blue is for protection, barrier before breakdown, right? And then orange is for open skin, exactly. And then red is for rash. Awesome, you guys got it. Perfect. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to go over is our app, our skin app. this is something that we're really excited about, that we've worked on for a really long time. So each of you have a handout, if you want to take it out. So this one, you're going to be able to download this app on your phone, okay? And what it's going to do, it's going to allow you to put in symptoms of the wound, and I'll go into that. But it's going to let you, it's going to recommend products, every product that you could use based on the characteristics of the wound that you put in, okay? So this first page here has a code, okay? So when you go to the App Store and you download it, you're gonna put in this code and you're just gonna log in, okay? So that will be the first step. So that's what this page is. And then if we go to the next page, the next handout, I'm sorry. If you go to the first page, but on the back of the first page, this is what it looks like when you're going to log in. So you're going to put in all the information there, and then your customer code, create an email password, and then you're in, okay? Now, once you are in, flip to the next page, you'll see a series of questions, right? So it's going to ask, is the wound not a venous leg ulcer? So you're going to say yes or no. Is there no necrotic tissue, right? Does the wound have moderate drainage? And you're actually, if you look down, you're actually going to be able, there is a button, and you're going to be able to move that button to the left or to the right to make it high, low, or moderate, okay? And then it's going to ask, is the wound shallow? So based on your answers of all those questions, once you answer them, it's going to tell you exactly what product to use. And you're going to have this on your phone. Do you all use iPads or you use phones? You have phones or both? Both, okay. So you can put it on your iPad or you can put it on your phone. So this column here, this third column, okay, you'll see all of the products just drop down. And if you need information on the product, if you click on the product, it will take you to all of the information about the product, all the details. It will also give you a link for an application video. Remember those wound care application videos I was telling you about? It will take you directly to that, okay? And then also, if you look right here, right above, educational resources, all of the educational resources that I went over in the wound care reference guide is also here under educational resources. So let's say if you don't have your book and you need to call the WOCN hotline, the EduCare hotline, if you go to the educational resources, you'll see educational hotline. If you click on it, the phone number will pop up and you can call directly from the number. So it's very, very automated and it works very, very well. There's also, under educational resources, a link that will take you to DIMES, so you can review DIMES. And Dave will be putting the app on all iPads. So I think you guys are really, really going to like this app. It has a lot of great features. The staging information is also under educational resources, so once you click on that, you'll be able to see the apple pie, the pressure injury that I talked about. So lots, and Medline University also will be listed when you go to educational resources, so you'll be able to get information and log in if you guys want to take advantage of that. Okay, so.
Does the app include taking the picture and measuring it?
No, it doesn't. It just asks these questions here on this page. Yeah, it's just going to ask you these questions, and once you answer them, then it just gives product recommendation, unfortunately. Hopefully one day we'll get to, that'll be nice, where you can take a picture, kind of like virtual.
It's in the book. Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
available to us, I guess.
Yeah, when you click on educational resources, I do believe that the wound care reference guide is there, but I'm not sure if you can flip through every single page and get all of the pages that's captured in here, unfortunately. So this is more of to give you product recommendations based on the characteristics of the wound when you put it in, right at your fingertips. So we're pretty excited about it. I hope you guys like it and get a chance to use it pretty soon. Do you guys have any questions about any of the wound care products, any of the skincare products, the app? Nothing? No questions? Okay.
So for the app, is it the customer login or the guest login?
You're gonna do the customer login. And
Because
this,
I just did it
did you put in this information? Okay.
Tried a couple times, it kept telling me it was wrong.
okay.
Yeah, it should be the customer login. You're not a guest, you'll be a customer.
Found it as of yesterday.
Yeah, this morning.
You're right.
It should work though.
Mine worked.
Yours worked? Okay, good. Good. So you guys can actually, if you feel like doing it, you can try to log in and see. She was able to do it. So if you guys have questions while I'm here, we can kind of answer them.